Stand straight. We're a bit like that.
Yeah, it's
Just
all right.
give that little nudge.
What, up this way?
Yeah.
Oh, you're such a perfectionist.
A bit more. Because it's got the thing in the middle. That needs to be in the middle. Lauren, what's 4 minus 10?
-6. -6. Hello and welcome to another Booktube video from me, Lauren from Lauren and the Books. And I'm joined by Simon.
Don't touch me, I said no touching.
Savidge Reads. I do apologise. Isn't it exciting that Simon's here?
And you're on my dream sofas.
I've been talking about these sofas for such a long time, how much I want to come and sit on them. You've managed to hang on to them, haven't you, for this amount of time?
For you.
There was mild peril that you might be getting rid of them.
Yeah.
But not before
It nearly happened.
My bum upon it. Look at us with our cuddly, snuggly
It literally happened the moment Lauren arrived. She just threw herself on one.
I
That was
did.
it. I'm on.
I went and threw myself on that one. Oh, the dream has been realised.
Didn't say hello, nothing. Just ran past us straight on that sofa.
Oh, I almost wish that had happened. Then
In my mind, it did happen. I changed the reality.
And I wish David had vlogged it. Like the whole weekend, I've been saying, David, make sure you're vlogging this. He hasn't vlogged it, has he?
He has vlogged quite a bit.
He's done all right. He's done all right.
And I think you'll get to see that tomorrow. Won't they get to see that on David's channel?
Yes.
The Beardy Adventures.
The Beardy Adventures. Please check below for the links.
By the way, this isn't something rude. I'm not really excited to see Lauren.
This is
It's books.
Hidden books. So today we're going to be doing my book chat with. This is a series of videos I do with people that I know in real life. This person. This is real life. This is real life. I've done it with David, my sister, my cousin, my best friend, and I've got a playlist of those videos, so I will link that down below. But today's video is with Simon.
We've met in real life 2 days ago.
We met in real life 2 days ago. So let's talk about, before we get on the questions, let's talk about our history. So we're both booktubers. That's how we know.
I've got a child under this chair.
I've got a child with you, and I've been waiting to tell you about it.
I used to live in Rochester, so that could have happened.
Yeah, you did. On a night out, I didn't remember a thing.
In Cuxton. Sorry.
So we met through Booktube. You found me.
Through Jen. Jen Campbell said, you need to watch Lauren. And I did.
Yeah. She gives good advice, Jen.
She does.
She does.
She only recommends the best. Best books, best people.
And then you found me, and then we became comment pals.
Yeah.
And then we became Voxer pals. And now we just talk all the time, don't we?
Yeah. And then I stalked Lauren a bit, and I was like, when are you coming to stay? When are you coming to stay?
When are you coming to stay?
Was it
I'm really leaning on you.
I was worried it was a bit early.
Well, I'm here now, aren't I?
It worked.
You wore me down. You wore me down until I was here.
And now we're going to be stalking you in April.
Yeah, and now you'll come to visit me in April, and we're going to see each other at the book. We're just going to see each other loads of times, which is nice. But shall we get on with the questions?
Yeah.
So the first question is, and I've got a feeling these books might be the same.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay, then. Well, I'll start then.
I think you're going to think I'm an absolute bastard.
Oh,
The first one.
Bastard! The first question is, what is a book that reminds me of you?
Go
Or
on,
a book
then.
that reminds you of me? But I'll go first.
Ladies first.
And this is so obvious. I mean, I really didn't have to think much about this one.
Oh.
Of course, it's Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier.
Get ready.
Yay!
Book twins.
So, Rebecca is a book that I read last year and had sort of had a few people saying, oh, Rebecca's my favourite book ever. And I remember thinking, I'm going to read this and it is not going to be my favourite book ever. This is my favourite book ever. It is amazing. We watched the film last night.
We did watch the film last night, which is also my favourite film.
It's like the film is amazing. I was like, oh, I don't know how much I'm going to enjoy a black and white film, but it's so in keeping with the book.
You old film.
Oh, I don't like this. Where's all the explosions?
This is like the new Mark and what's it? Don't like it's black and white.
When are the Avengers going to be in?
Where are the aliens?
Who's the superhero in this? No superhero.
No,
Not one
there is a
superhero in the whole
villain.
book. There is a villain, an amazing villain. No, there's, I'd say 2 villains.
Well, there's a dastardly doer.
Oh, it's just amazing. This book, if you haven't read it already, and if you've been watching my channel and I haven't managed to mind control you into watching it, reading it, then
read it.
What do you love about Rebecca? And
Everything.
why does it remind you of me?
Well, because you've started loving it and started talking about it a lot, and also it reminds. But it's not the first choice actually. This was my second choice.
Oh.
Oh, I know she's furious.
Well, what was the first choice?
I'm going to show you in a second.
Oh,
it's here under my blanket. It's ready. But the reason that I love this book is it's got everything I love. It's gothic.
Yeah.
It's got mystery at the heart of
Yeah.
it. it's just bloody well written. The writing is beautiful. It's really readable. You want to read a single chapter more every time.
Yeah.
Characters are amazing. Although I've read this now 3 times, and each time the unnamed lady, I want to just give her a bit of a talking to.
Yeah, she's really. I said to you like she's a wet fart, isn't she?
Yeah, I like your cover more.
What cover? Oh yeah, these are lovely. These are the Virago model. These are the ones I'm
I'd just
collecting.
like to say, if Virago are watching, I love the fact you change your covers, but I had a whole set just like this, and now
I
they've gone like
nice.
this.
I think they're nice, but these are like super cool, aren't they? They're beautiful.
And there's another edition, you know, a YA edition.
Is there? What's on the front?
We can look at that today in Waterstones.
Oh, we'll have a look at that today in Waterstones.
Oh.
I mean...
Just throwing you everywhere.
And now I feel like I'm going to buy it and I don't even need it.
No, you don't need it. And yesterday, Lauren tried to make me buy The Loving Spirit. I was like, no, I've got that one.
Yeah, and guess what? You didn't have it. Yeah, I've become... Like, last year was the year where I realised how wonderful Daphne du Maurier is, and your enthusiasm for Rebecca led me upon that path.
You've gone beyond with that as well, because I think you've gone on a right binge. I don't
I've
want
only
to
read
make
3.
it as much. Oh, have you? Okay.
I bought these in a set. These were a £5. I got this, Jamaica Inn and Frenchman's Creek in a set for a £5 from the Book People.
I've not read Frenchman's Creek.
Oh, Frenchman's Creek's really fun.
She's one ahead.
It's very fun.
But I have read, what's the other? Oh, I've left Lauren's taken a few books.
Yeah, that's gonna. I'm gonna talk about that later. There's quite a few books I'll be taking home, but I've got some of the short stories. I bought my cousin Rachel yesterday as well. So yeah, Rebecca reminds me of you because you love it and I love it.
Well, this is the one that reminds me of you.
Okay.
But don't be offended by this one because I can't find the other one because I think you might have possibly taken it for another video.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
Oh. What, Harry Potter, the actual cursed child?
Yeah, well no, it's Harry Potter in general because this is evil.
Yeah. David and I are going to see the play this year and I'm super excited about going to see the play. I think it's going
How
to
excited are you, Lauren?
I cried on Christmas Day. That's how excited. And that's all I'll say on the matter, Simon.
I wanted to say something else, but she won't. But what I will say is, this is because I've never known anyone with such enthusiasm for Harry Potter, where it's like proper enthused but without being annoying.
Oh, well, that's really...
No, do you know what I mean? Because some people are like, it's just my life.
It's just my... It is
and
very
it is
much
your
a
life,
part, yeah.
But it's a part of it, not all of it. And I'm not saying that if you love Harry Potter and it is your life, you're a loser. Because I love Harry Potter. But I think I'm a bit of a quiet Potter fan. I think I'm a little bit...
I'm not. I'm a really like, what house are you? I'm a Gryffindor. Don't you think I'm a Gryffindor? Well, that's the sort of person I am.
Scared, yeah.
Don't be scared.
But I'm a Gryffindor. But we've worked out you're
Gryffindors
with a bit
forever.
of what?
Gryffindor with a bit of Slytherin.
And I'm Gryffindor with a bit of Hufflepuff.
And David is a Hufflepuff with a bit of Gryffindor, which is probably why you and David get on so famously.
We do. It's been lovely this weekend. We've all got on famously.
It's just been lovely, hasn't it?
It's been lovely. It's like separate souls all coming together.
Anyway, all united. So that was the second book.
But also because of your joy for this, but this is just in general, you've made me want to go back and reread Harry Potter, along with Jen. Actually, Jen Campbell's also to blame for this, because there's bits of it I just missed.
Yeah.
I think I just read it as, it's a lovely story.
You only read them once?
Yeah.
Oh, you should go back. And also, I really would recommend the audiobooks of them as well, because that's a lovely experience.
And let's not fall out, because I might tell you that I don't love Stephen Fry.
Oh, right. No, I don't mind
She's
him.
no opinion.
But yeah, I think to reread them is a real treat.
We've also discovered this. We've got so much stuff in common.
We're just made
down to mugs.
Down to even mugs. We own the same
and
mugs.
glasses with cacti on.
Glasses? No, not glasses. Glasses.
That's the dream. Glasses with cacti patterns.
What are they called? Glasses.
Little beakers.
Beakers. That's what I was thinking of. Right. Anyway, the next question is: what is a book that reminds you of a memory of me? I'll let you go first on this one.
It's got to be...
Yay!
The Good People by Hannah Ken, which we've just buddy read. And it's actually, I thought it was our first buddy read. It's not, it's our second.
No, because maybe the one I've got might be our first buddy read.
This could be awkward. So, but we read this recently. It's about 3 women in Ireland in the 1820s who, there's a lot of dodgy stuff going on.
There's not much cheer in there, is there?
No, it's not a happy book.
No.
Despite its title.
Yeah.
But you know that from the start when
really
they suddenly find out the
though.
good people are the evil fairies. Now, I didn't know if you'd love this one as much because of the fairies.
Yeah, well, I'm not a big magical realism girl. And there's but this was the right amount of magical realism for me. For me to be like, there's still enough realist stuff in there for me.
But also, I think, did you find because of the time it's set in and the people believing in them, it makes you believe in them more?
Yeah. It was much more. It's set in the 17th century.
Is it?
Or is it the 18th century?
Or is it the 19th?
We get really confused
It's
with
the
the 19th century. Get confused with the centuries.
Lauren, what's 4 minus 10?
-6.
There we go.
I've been really practicing my minus numbers this weekend.
That's how much fun we've had.
Just sat in, practicing my minus numbers.
And David shouting numbers out.
It has been very much like that.
But it was a really good buddy read, and we did it with Mercedes.
Yeah,
who
and
we
Mercedes
both
is
adore.
like a Google head.
Oh, she's amazing.
She's amazing. There's bits in it where
Buddy read every book with her
Yeah,
forever because
I'm
she'll
not
tell you
gonna-
everything about.
What are you reading at the moment, Mercedes? Because I think I'm going to read that too, so you can tell me about. There's bits in there where people were using herbs to cure ailments
Each
and things like
chapter's
that.
a plant, isn't
I
it?
really liked that each chapter was a plant.
Not as much as Mercedes liked it.
No, Mercedes liked it the most. But she would come back with like, oh, and I found out that does this for your earache and blah 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 blah. She's a wonderful buddy reader.
She is. She's a genius buddy read.
But we really
so
enjoyed
this
doing that,
reminds
didn't we?
me of times with you. Not real ones, but
No.
still very special ones.
Yeah, and this reminds me of a memory with you because we buddy read this, but I think I finished it before you.
Well,
and
actually-
neither of us loved it, did we?
Well, let's say I liked it a bit more than you did.
I
but
really struggle with
I'm
short
wondering why I
stories.
kept it because I didn't love it. I actually bought this book from I bought another copy for my friend Barbara.
Oh, because her name is she a slut?
No, she's not a slut, but that was the irony of it. But you loved it less than me, I
Yeah.
think. But also, Lauren says it was a buddy read. I was like, Lauren, let's read this book together. And then suddenly it's like, oh, I've read it.
I did read it
Where
really
are you,
quick.
Simon? I'm still on story 1. I'm
And
finished.
you know what? I think it's because I didn't like it. I wanted it over and done with. I didn't want to wait for you, Simon. But I didn't love this. This is a short story collection. There's like realist in there. There's not like.
What she's trying to do, I think, is the ones that I liked in there. I love the one about the dog.
I was going to say, I really like the one about the dog.
There's a dog that normally hates the men that she loves. Is that
Yeah.
right? But then it starts to like the man that she sort of starts sleeping with.
Yeah.
But then she decides she doesn't like him as much as the dog.
Yeah.
Or she doesn't like him as much as the dog does. It's not like she likes the dog. That will get a bit weird.
I think it looks really cool, but it's just not my.
Do the French flaps, Lauren.
I'll get my flaps out.
Show Barbara's French flaps off.
So yeah, it's a very well published book.
Thumbnail.
That would be the thumbnail.
Slut.
Slut of me just.
Yeah.
I really want that to be the thumbnail now.
You can make that happen.
No, I can't. People will be like, what on earth is going on in that video?
Hey, it'll get a lot of views.
Oh, it won't it? Oh, imagine.
All that baiting.
So yeah, that is a book that reminds me of a memory of.
I'm really slouched in the seat and I'm a bit worried about it.
Don't be worried about it.
This is why they're going. As soon as Lauren's gone, they're on a fire.
They're going to throw them out. Right, so now we want to talk about the books that we're reading at the moment, which I don't think is much of a secret, so I can just get them up here. So,
I'm still hiding mine, don't you look?
You're reading...
Right, I normally read one book at a time and it's all gone.
Actually, I never thought that. Yeah, you're reading 3 or 4.
Shootage. Because look at that, 4.
Oh, lovely.
You go
Right,
first.
okay. So I'm reading 4, one of which is an audiobook. It's Joe Lycett's Parsnips Buttered, which David and I listened to on the drive up here. It's very, very short. So if you're looking for value for money, don't go for this.
No.
3 hours 40. However, it is hilarious. And David and I, the whole way through, we've been really like, really chuckling the whole way up here. David, who claims to hate audiobooks, he's asleep upstairs at the moment. I think this looks like it's like the evening and we're having a nice relaxing time.
This is the
It's
morning.
6:30 in the morning. No, it's 8 o'clock in the morning.
We had to get up early to fit and
We've got a lot of stuff to do today. So yeah, we listened to that on the way up here. Really, really, really enjoying it. Got about an hour left, which you're going to listen to on the way home. Then Simon kindly bought me a selection of books when I arrived.
Well, no, hang on. Right, let's get this real. I have bought you some books.
Yeah.
These ones I didn't buy. I had these, but I didn't want them, so I gave those ones I specifically
Oh.
thought they're Lauren-specific books.
Oh, I thought you bought them for me. Simon kindly searched through his bin and found this for me.
Oops.
Which is the Everyman Classics short stories from the kitchen. So I've got the Christmas one of these that Mercedes got me for Christmas and for my birthday, sorry. And I absolutely love this. I really love the way these look. They're
Is it
beautiful.
cheapened it now, though?
No, I'm still really happy. I love cooking. Short stories from the kitchen, and they're set in 2 little sections. So the first one's about food and love. Then
Charles Dickens. Blech.
I've read the first Charles Dickens one. Then memorable meals. Then culinary alchemy. So I like the way it's set, but yeah, that's just beautiful. Also about food, I got this book
That
for...
is a beautiful book.
It's lovely. I got this for...
Where doesn't let other people touch it.
It's lovely. It's lovely.
Don't.
I got this for Christmas from my cousin and her husband. It's called The Flavour Thesaurus. It is really beautifully published. It's not a cookbook as such. It's a book about flavour combinations, which is something I want. I'm really into my cooking and I can follow a recipe very well, but I want to start doing things in the old, just out of my brain. I just want to start doing things out of my brain. This is very good. So at the moment I'm on the aubergine chapter.
Oh, you should have shown Chris this.
I absolutely should have, and I actually
Chris would
thought
have
that,
liked
yeah.
it. I might
Chris?
have Waterstones.
Chris, here it is. Yeah, you should buy it for him as a
He'll
gift.
watch this because he'll know if he mentioned it.
Yeah.
He'll watch this.
And then finally, I'm reading a hot new release, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. You might not have. This is a proof copy. It's coming out this year. This is not a proof copy. My friend Emma and I are going to see Pride and Prejudice in the weekend after next, and I wanted to reread it before I did. So that's what
They
I'm
look
doing.
like liver birds.
These are the ones I said they were pond birds.
Pond birds. I used to have a lovely pet duck. I've bored everyone about this. She was called Rapunzel. She was amazing.
You didn't tell me her name was Rapunzel.
Yeah, she was
That
flying
is
to my feet when I
amazing.
called her name.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah.
So
But
those
they
are the
do look
4
like
books
that
I'm
good.
reading. What are you reading, Simon?
So, I'm reading, well, I say I'm reading, but I've kind of stopped. This is Cold Earth by Sarah Moss, because I said this year I was going to go way back to the beginning with Sarah Moss and start again. And this is set in Greenland, and it's about some archaeologists, and it should be bang on my cup of tea, because there's a slightly sinister undertone. Ooh, what's that? That's a sinister undertone, Laura. Just there, right down there. It's like a sinister undertone, because there's been a pandemic of some sort back in Britain.
Oh, right.
So it's got a dystopicness, it's got a magical fantasy sort of element, and then she's constantly referring to this lover that she's got, or partner that she's got. The fire just made a funny noise. He wants to be part of the show. But yeah, the problem is her narrative is quite odd, and she's a bit off, and I can't quite work out whether she's...
Is
I
it
just
a
can't work her
standalone?
out. Yeah, it is a standalone.
Yeah.
But I think I've spoken to Mercedes a little bit about this. She didn't give me any spoilers away, but she said you can tell, reading all of Sarah Moss's other stuff, you can see why this was the first book.
I've got a feeling Mercedes said that to me as well.
God, she never says anything original, that Mercedes.
She doesn't.
She just repeats a load of old rubbish to us. Oh, I'll just palm them off with this.
Yeah.
And then the next one, this is my mum got me for Christmas, which is a poem for every night of the year, because I'm rubbish at poetry, so I've been reading this.
We bought David's dad that for Christmas.
It's lovely. I didn't realise it was a children's book.
Oh, I didn't know it was a children's book.
It's from Macmillan Children. So initially I was slightly miffed off with the moment, especially when there was one. I think it was like about... Oh, it was about a frog or something. It was just a little bit too... Ooh, the frog jumps and bumpy jumpy
Hippity, hippity, hop.
The frog jumped out of the... What rhymes with hop?
Pot.
Plop.
Plop. And plop.
Oh, you are plop. But then I read, really a weird time, the day before the inauguration, I read the Maya Angelou one and cried. Because it's about a bird who's been trapped but still sings.
Oh, God.
Oh no, it's beautiful, Lauren.
I know why the caged bird sings.
Yeah, which
I've
was
got
her
the
first
poetry
book.
collection. I've got that at home, yeah.
So I'm reading that.
That's lovely.
Then, I don't like this proof. This is Homegoing by
I really like that proof.
Yard Jassy, and you wouldn't know it from the cover. But me and Yard Jassy, I feel like our timing keeps being off. I tried it for the first Diversathon. It's Diversathon as this goes live, just in case you didn't know. Laura's not joining in. She is.
I will try to join in.
She will. She's going to try. Shaming her and her white privilege.
I will try to join in.
So, but I started this for last Diversathon and then had to read something else. And then I've started it again because I thought I'll fit this in before Diversathon. But then I started my fourth book, which is... Oh,
you started it last night?
Yeah. I started it this morning.
How'd you get on?
Colson Whitehead's The Underground Railroad. And they're both about slavery. So I'm a bit worried I'm going to end up thinking that one is the other. So I'm just having a little break from you, Jessie, but I will get back to it in Diversathon.
I think that's a sensible idea.
This is going to absolutely ruin me, I think. The first 8 pages really upset me. And also, it hit me quite pertinently because Liverpool, where we are opposite on the Wirral, has a really dark slave history, which tends to be forgotten, and it's mentioned in the first parts of this book about how we traded people for sugar. And it has got me, and it's reminded me that there's a slavery museum in Liverpool that I've never been to, so I'm going to try and go on my lunch break this week. although I'm in London a bit, but I will try and go on Monday, and Friday.
Interesting.
So yeah, but I think it's going to be really good because it's speculative fiction as well, but set in the 1820s. And then I was like, oh my god, in the 80s, 20s, and the good people, they were believing in fairies and often a crazy witch hunt.
Yeah.
Here, awful slavery's going on. So the 1820s were dark times, people. The end of that.
So those are the books we're reading. Now the last part is what is a book that you would recommend to me?
Oh my lord.
Look at this paper, isn't it good? I thought you'd really like it.
I don't want to unwrap that. I've done yours in Christmas paper on purpose.
Merry Christmas! So this is very kind. You didn't have to buy me a book. I would have just taken a recommendation, especially as you've given me.
I could have just stolen one. I could have just wrapped up one of those ones I didn't even buy.
You could have done.
Ta-da!
Right, who wants to go first?
I think you should go first.
Okay, I'll go first.
I tried to get this edition from Waterstones but couldn't, so I had to go to the Demons.
Oh God, you really wrapped this hard.
But
I'm excited.
I love a bit of wrapping. I'm rubbish at it, but I do love it. Oh,
I've never even heard of this.
now then.
Oh, Sarah Waters
Well,
meets
there's some really
Daphne
good quotes
du
on the
Maurier.
back.
Oh,
But this is how much I love this book, and I've given a copy to Jen.
he thinks that this exceptional novel is a subtly clever book, rare and wonderful. I loved it 10 out of 10.
That's by Savidge Reads.
I guess that's what you think.
Well, no, but there's reasons for it. So initially, I didn't want to read it because on the front it says Sarah Waters meets Daphne du Maurier, and I was like, yeah, go on, prove it then. I was
Yeah.
really angry with it. And then I read it, and oh my god, it's about Spencer Little. Thank you. I always want to call him Matthew. And he runs away from Cambridge.
Look at you holding up that book like that. That's
Just
what
like
you're talking about.
And he runs away from Cambridge for you don't know why to go and find this. Ends up in this village in the Lake District, and the people who are there are not very friendly to incomers. They don't like new people. And then he makes friends with a young girl. But as you go on, you realise something really, really dark is afoot.
Oh, wow.
But the reason I thought you'd like it is because it's sort of all in the British countryside. It's a bit curtain twitchy.
Yeah.
There's like naughty shenanigans afoot.
Oh, I really like
It made me
this.
cry twice.
Oh, yeah.
I've had a bit of a cry with books.
Oh, I love books that make Simon cry.
What a gay. I love that book. Honestly, love it with all my heart.
Oh, I
It's
can't
one of my
wait.
favourite ever books.
Oh, I might read it next week.
Oh.
Lovely, thank you.
Oh. Now I'm going to wrap this. It's a big book.
It is, yeah. Well, it's hard to buy your books, Simon. You might know from all the books you've got. But this one I thought was a good idea.
You guys are like, I've got it.
No, I really hope you haven't got it.
I haven't got it.
So, Anna Jones is a vegetarian cook. I've got her book, A Modern Way to Eat. No, I've got her book, A Modern Way to Cook, which is vegetarian recipes. This is her newest one, A Modern Way to Eat, and it's got...
Can I just say on the back it says, this is for fat people who should get thin. How rude, Lauren.
I was like, fucking hell, does it? But as well as having recipes and things, it's got little bits about
look at
what you
that.
should do.
That was like
It's
our
quite
dinner the other night. We had a Greek Odyssey.
a Greek Odyssey. It was gorgeous, Greek Odyssey. But it's quite hygge in place. Yeah, I think you're going to be really into it. I mean, I think Chris is going to be really into it
Well,
too.
no, because it means that I can get in the kitchen now. I'm not
Yeah.
really allowed in the kitchen because living with a chef, not allowed. But this will be my way in.
Yeah, I've got her first one and I want to get
Is
that.
this actually really a book for Chris?
No, it's for you, darling.
Everyone always asks Chris more.
No, you said that. Chris is going to be watching, so I did think she liked me more.
He will. I'm like,
I got that
I knew
vibe.
they came here for me.
I really got the vibe that she liked me more, and now
Yeah.
I've just watched that and she said she didn't like me more. Why can't we just all like everyone equally? No, because I want to be liked more.
And then also I've got a book for David, but David's asleep.
David!
No, don't wake him. That's the whole street woken up.
You can give this to David.
Later.
You're going to be filming with David.
Oh yeah.
Give that to
We're
him
doing
then.
a special video at the end of the day.
Very excited.
Like a farewell, if you will.
Goodbye, my lover. That's what you can say to him. So that is my video. I'm going to put this down because I'm going to open it without thinking it. So this is Book Chat with people I know in real life. Simon, hope you've all enjoyed it. I'm sure you are all very familiar with Simon's channel. However, I will link it down below if you're not, and please do go and check it out.
What are we going to do when we next see each other?
Don't know, I'll have to think of something.
Mind you, well, what's quite nice is, filming sort of ended last, we just ended up chatting and having such a lovely time.
Oh, it has been.
I wish we'd filmed boating live.
Yeah, we went to an ice cream place yesterday on the seafront in...
Best rhubarb and custard ice cream ever
lovely.
in New Brighton.
Where is... Oh, in New Brighton. And while we were doing that, two tugboats in fact, were bringing in this big massive ship, and it was like we were watching Boating Live. Which I do really wish that we'd filmed, because I think that would have been wonderful.
Boating Live with Lauren and Simon.
Boating Live with Lauren and Simon. But that's it, guys. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all again soon for another... I'll see you all again soon for another Booktube video. Goodbye!
Bye!